Hey guys, welcome back to Team Death Slinger. My name is Peter, and today we're going to talk about scrambles. We're going to talk about when to use them, and we're going to look back at old memory boost trainings, talk about when to use those as well. So starting with purple memory boost. This is a card that's going to reveal top 4, add a purple Digimon card specifically to your hand, and the rest go bottom deck. And then this goes to the battle area, and as a delay, you gain 2 memory. Now, generic colored memory boosts still have a slot. I think these cards still shine in decks where you want to use options or do anything other than just strictly digivolving on top of Digimon. This will not grab you tamers, it will not grab you options, but if you're playing a deck that requires you to kind of hard slam something down, like maybe a tamer, an option, something like that, this can be really useful for maintaining your turn while doing that and then letting you evo after by avoiding passing turns. So I definitely think these still do have a purpose and a use, but it's certainly much lower than it used to be. Digging 4 deep can feel bad if you're playing a deck that has cards teched in from another color and you can't search them with memory boost. It also bottom decks your tamers, so when you dig 4 deep, you have to be a little bit more careful about using that. We do have 2 memory boosts, we'll call them utility boosts, I guess, in each color. Purple has the missed memory boost. This is going to trash top 2, draw 1. Obviously, this is great in anything where you really want to put cards in trash. This is going to do that for you, and then you still gain 2 memory. So if you're not exactly looking for pieces in your hand, but you want a way to build trash, that's when you would use missed. The same theory is going to apply to any of your utility boosts. If that boost fulfills a function that you want in your deck, you can run it, and it's still going to give you 2 memory. Some of them are certainly better than others. We have an example of one of the least played ones, Glaive Memory Boost. This is going to return a purple Digimon card from your trash to your hand, then place this card in your battle area. Calling is restricted to 1, and this technically fulfills a similar function. So if you really need to recur pieces back, you could one of a Glaive Memory Boost or something and hope that you grab your piece back with it. But it is just another flavor of memory boost. It is appropriate to try and find the right use for these utility memory boosts and not just be throwing them in every deck. Then we upgraded to trainings. Most people would consider them an upgrade. It's going to reveal top 2 for 2 memory instead of 3, and you're going to add 1 card of your training's color to your hand, and then the other one goes bottom. So importantly, this can grab you tamers, it can grab you options. Anything in your color is fair game, and that is most certainly to a lot of people an upgrade. And then delay, one of your Digimon may digivolve into a Digimon of the training's color in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 2. So another important thing about the boosts and the trainings is that different floodgates hit them. So you can stop these cards with the respective floodgate for the type of card, so it is important to be cognizant of that as well. I think right now most people would agree that trainings are the way to go. They are cheap, they are efficient, and they grab you any piece you need in the color of their respective choice. Now we have scrambles too. Okay, that was weird. We do have scrambles now as well. They are 2 cost in each of the colors, and on main, one of your Digimon will digivolve into a Digimon of that color in the hand with the cost reduced by 3, then this goes to battle. So you get a 1 cost discount on your Evo. Then start of your turn, your opponent has a Digimon, you get to delay this card. You're going to return a card of the color from your trash to the top of the deck, and then if you don't have a Digimon, you play a Digimon of that color with 2,000 TP or less from the trash without paying the cost. The security effect is also going to let you play a body out. So what is the purpose of this card? When do you want to use the scrambles? Everyone's talking about them, how broken they are, so surely we should know how to use them. The important thing about this, I think, first of all, I do not think that this is going to replace your boosts or your trainings. This card is not a search package. This card is something to help you make comeback plays, to help you push for game, and it's a little bit of a piece of insurance. The efficiency on this card is not insane. This is a 1 cost memory reduction, so that's important to keep in mind. But what do you want to actually play with this? Because I don't think it's good in every deck. I think there are some use cases where this is much better than others. A good example of something that makes this really strong is Dracmon. On play, if you have a purple Digimon or a purple tamer and it's your turn, this Digimon can digivolve into a tamer card with the dark animal or undead trait in your trash. Now, why is this effect good with the scramble? Well, this is a start of your turn effect, and when effects happen at the same time, you get to choose what order you're going to resolve them in. So if you have something like your memory tamer, Matt Ishida, start of your turn, if you have 2 memory or less, you set your memory to 3. We can actually order this so that we play the Dracmon first, then we evo into an undead or dark animal. Let's say that costs 2. Well, now, after that resolves, we're actually going to trigger our Matt Ishida and bounce the memory back to 3. So it's a way to cheat some free memory, and in some decks there's some really crazy examples of going like all the way up to a level 6 and then resolving your memory center, going back to 3, and basically getting to evo all the way up the stack for free, which is a problem. But basically that interaction is what's going to make scrambles really good with any level 3 that does something when you play it that would normally cost memory, or in my opinion, rookies that have rush. So a good example of that would be Guillemon. On play, if there's 20 or more cards in both players' trash, it gains rush. So if your opponent clears your board and you don't have a way to deal with it, well, you might be able to scramble a Guillemon back and then just swing for game. Granted, there's a lot more. There's a lot of blast aces in the game right now, so that might be a little bit less likely than it might have been once upon a time. But other cards that do things on play that would normally cost memory will be really good now, because you can bounce yourself back to 3 memory after they resolve. So things like Biomon, you can return a Christie to your hand and then digivolve it to a Garudamon, ignoring its requirements without paying the cost, and the Garudamon does stuff that would cost memory, etc., etc., and then you cheat the memory back to 3 with your memory setter. Patamon, on play, if it's your turn, one of your Digimon can digivolve into a level 4 with Angel or Archangel, Angel or Free with the cost reduced by 1. You pay the memory for the Evo and then you go back to 3. Same thing with Salamon, but for the free trait. Another type of card that I think is really good with Scrambles that we should think about are our Warp Tamers. You're going to get to play a level 3 for free, and then potentially for, Rika, Takato, or Henry, warp into a level 6, and then Takato specifically, you're going to have ways to get memory back when you pop something from going into the 6, and you probably have a way to give it Rush or Blitz. So Takato is going to be really good with the Scrambles. Rika, same thing. You get to warp into a 6 and potentially claw your way back into the game. And Henry, also, he already gives it Rush. It costs 4, so you'd have another way. You need another way to get memory besides a memory setter. But this will actually gain you memory as well. So you can already be at 4 on your turn for Henry and then get Rush, and you can swing for game or do whatever. So Scrambles with Warp Tamer is really great. Takuya is a good example of a card that's great because of your ability to put a card from trash back on top deck. So this would let you warp into an Emperor Greymon. If you make an Emperor Greymon play the turn before and they kill your Emperor Greymon, you can use the Scramble to put Emperor Greymon back on top of your deck and then draw the Emperor Greymon and then warp back into it with the rookie you play off of the Scramble. So it just opens you up to another play with the Emperor Greymon with the Warp Takuya. So to recap, Purple Scramble, I don't think it replaces your search package. Make sure you can still find your cards. Don't just throw these in because everybody says they're good. Make sure that it fits in your deck. What cards is this good with? Anything that would cost memory to do something when you on-play it. So Biomon, Dracmon, Salamon, Patamon, Matt Ishida. You want memory tamers with this play, so remember to run memory tamers if you're running Scrambles. And then if you're running Warp Tamers, consider running Scrambles as well as an extra insurance measure for your deck. So that's going to be it for this video. I hope it's helpful in some way for somebody. But thank you guys for watching. Have a great day.
Thank you to our YouTube members for supporting this channel. It's people like Langlong, Big Z11, and Coffee Deus who make videos like this possible.